4-2 to the Tampa Bay Rays as the Rays sweep a 3-game series from the Padres here in downtown San Diego. Welcome into our Jamul Casino Resort post-game show. Hey, player, when it comes to giving you what you want, Jamul Casino Resort isn't playing around. It's way more than a place to game. It's a place where you can stay and play in every possible way. Jamul Casino Resort, the player's place. Well, the Padres had a rough one here today once again. Kind of the same old story. Pitching side of things did a pretty good job. Gave up just 4 runs in this game, but the Padres offense, again, not producing a whole lot. 1 run in the second, 1 run in the third. That would be it here today. 2 runs on 5 hits as the Padres drop to 17-11. Rays pull even at 14-14, 500 on the season. Rays have won 5 in a row. Padres have lost 4 in a row. They're swept for the first time this season. Padres went 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position, and they left 4 on base. But again, really after the third inning, there just was not much offense to speak of in this game. Padres had early hits. In fact, they had 5 early hits. The Padres did not have another hit from the 4th inning on, and that was the story here today. And unfortunately, just continues to be the theme. Padres now in their last 11 games have only scored a grand total of 23 runs. And these are numbers that I keep on updating day after day. Padres in their last 11 games averaging just 2 runs per game. Again, runners in scoring position today, 1 for 4. 143 now in the last 9 games as far as the team batting average with runners in scoring position. And today, really, the offense just sort of shut down after the 3rd inning. And it was a winnable game. Randy Vasquez wasn't great today, but got through 4 2/3 innings, 3 earned runs given up. Bullpen again. What more can you ask from these guys? I mean, they're keeping you right in these games. Keep it a 1-run game. I know Robert Suarez gave up a run in the top of the 9th inning, but kept it a 2-run game, and the Padres could not find a way to get the offense going again, really in the middle innings or late innings, and it's just difficult to win games when you're not scoring very much, and that's what's going on right now for the Padres. And I wish I had a solution to it other than to say that guys at the top of the lineup, middle of the lineup, bottom of the lineup, everybody's got to pull on the same rope and just try to get this thing going in the right direction again. But runs have just simply been extremely hard to come by. Now, if you want the good news of the day, I'm going to give you the good news and maybe the best news of today for the Padres. And that's that there was a lot of action on the field before today's game. Luis Arraez, Jackson Merrill, Jason Hayward, all taking batting practice today, all running. Jackson was in the field. Luis was in the field. I saw that. Jake Cronenworth was out there running as well. I'm not sure what he did hitting-wise today, but there was baseball activity for Jake Cronenworth as well. And Luis Arraez would be eligible to come off the IL on Tuesday. We'll see what the plan is for Jackson this coming week. But, you know, look, to be honest with you, the best news of the day, I think, is that it seems like guys are getting closer to coming back. And, man, the Padres really need it right now offensively. With the guys they're missing, because right now without those guys, it has been a rough go of it offensively. And again, the Padres fall today 4-2 in this series finale as Tampa Bay sweeps this 3-game set. When we come back, we'll recap this game from start to finish. We'll hear from Mike Shildt coming up a little bit later as well as we wrap this one up on a Sunday here at Petco Park. A beautiful Sunday. Unfortunately, not a beautiful game for the Padres here today as they fall 4-2. Our post-game coverage continues after this on the Padres Radio Network. Our Jamul Casino Resort Padres post-game show continues here on the Padres Radio Network. Sam Levitt with you inside the loft here at the Western Metal Building at Petco Park as we continue to wrap this one up. Padres swept in a 3-game series by the Tampa Bay Rays this weekend here in downtown San Diego. Padres have an off day tomorrow, and then they welcome in the San Francisco Giants for the series opener of a short 2-game series on Tuesday. We'll have much more on that coming up a little bit later. We'll hear from Mike Shildt coming up in just a little bit. We have a full look at the out-of-town scoreboard, our daily awards, and we'll get to your phone calls coming up a little bit later as well. Let's recap this one from start to finish.
Which moments determine the outcome of today's game? We'll paint you a picture with our game highlights on the Padres Radio Network.
Our starting pitching matchup today, Randy Vasquez for the Padres against Zach Littell for the Rays. We had a scoreless game going to the bottom half of the second. Xander Bogaerts led off with an infield single. He was on third base with 2 outs for Jose Iglesias.
And the 0-1 to Iglesias hit hard into right field and a base hit. Bogaerts will come in to score, and the Padres take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second.
But the lead for the Padres was very short-lived. It was the Rays' Taylor Walls against Vasquez in the third.
It's this one in the air to deep right field. Fernando kind of twisting and turning, going back. He's at the wall, looking up. It's going to go. So Taylor Walls with his first extra base hit of the year. A home run with 1 out in the top of the third inning, and that ties this thing up 1-1.
Rays weren't done. Vasquez issued a 2-out walk to the speedy Chandler Simpson. He stole second. Brandon Lau at the plate.
2-1. Vasquez deals, and Lau hits it hard off the side of the mound into center field. A base hit. Simpson racing around third. He'll come in to score without a play, and that stolen base looms large. An RBI single for Brandon Lau, and the Rays hop on top. It's 2-1.
But the Padres responded in the bottom half of the inning. Fernando Tatis Jr. and Gavin Sheets hit back-to-back singles to put runners on first and third with 1 out. Manny Machado hit a sac fly to right. That scored Tatis, and we were tied at 2. We were still tied at 2. Going to the 5th inning, Vasquez got the first 2 outs, but then Chandler Simpson singled. Brandon Lau singled. That sent Simpson to third base with Yandy Diaz at the plate. This happened.
Randy is ready. The pitch coming, and outside gets away from Maldonado. Simpson will race home and score. Lau goes up to second base behind the play, and on a ball that Maldonado could not handle, the Rays go back in front 3-2.
Yeah, Maldonado, it was ruled a wild pitch. I think if you would ask Martin, he would probably say he's got to block that. He kind of went to the backhand, and it got by him. It was a wild pitch, and it made it a 3-2 Tampa Bay lead. Randy Vasquez lasted 4 2/3 innings in this game, 3 runs allowed. Padres didn't score in the bottom half of the 5th. Same thing in the 6th inning. So they still trail 3-2, going top 7. Jeremiah Estrada on the mound. He gave up back-to-back singles to start the inning. There were runners on first and third. 1 out. Yandy Diaz at the plate.
Jeremiah ready. The pitch is swung on line sharply into right field. Fernando in and towards the line. On the run, he makes the catch. Tagging at third base, Caballero. The throw to the plate, the tag. He is out at home. What a play by Fernando. Came charging in to catch the line drive and then threw home to get Caballero and end the inning.
Outstanding throw from Fernando Tatis Jr. Rays would challenge that call. It was upheld, and a double play turned by the Padres. A big-time outfield assist from Fernando. That kept it a 1-run game. Padres then had a great scoring opportunity in the bottom half of the 7th. A leadoff walk from Rays reliever Mason Montgomery to pinch hitter Connor Joe. A sac bunt got Joe to second base, but then Tyler Wade and pinch hitter Elias Diaz struck out to end the inning. That left the tying run at second. Padres didn't score in the 8th inning. We went to the 9th inning. Padres still trailing 3-2. Robert Suarez came on trying to keep it a 1-run game. He would allow a leadoff double to former Padre Travis Jankowski. Chandler Simpson hit an RBI single with 2 outs in the inning. That scored. Jankowski made it a 4-2 Tampa Bay lead. Then talented right-hander Pete Fairbanks came on for the bottom half of the 9th inning. He got Xander Bogaerts to fly out. He got Oscar Gonzalez to line out to third base. Great leaping grab by Junior Caminero for the Rays at third. Yuli Gurriel pinch hit. He grounded out. And that was the ball game here today. A 1-2-3 9th inning for Fairbanks, and the final score, the Rays 4 and the Padres 2. Padres did not have a hit from the fourth inning on in this game. Again, it was a 2-2 game in the fifth inning. Rays got a run to make it 3-2. They didn't score again until the top of the ninth inning to make it 4-2. And the Padres collecting just 2 runs on 5 hits in this ball game. Rays got 4 runs on 10 hits. Padres now 17-11. Rays even at 14-14. Randy Vasquez, the losing pitcher today, he's 1-3. Zach Littell improved to 1-5, and the save goes to Pete Fairbanks, his 6th of the season. We'll step aside. When we return, we'll hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt. Again, the final score here today in the finale of this 3-game series as the Rays come to town and sweep a 3-game set. The Rays 4 and the Padres 2 on the Padres Radio Network. Welcome back to the Jamul Casino Resort post-game show, brought to you by the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the Players' Place. Sam Levitt with you inside the loft here at the Western Mental Building at Petco Park as the Padres fall 4-2 on this Sunday to the Tampa Bay Rays. We'll hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt coming up in just a little bit. Meaning just a minute or so. Padres fall to 17-11 on the year. Rays have won 5 in a row. They're playing well right now. They head back home 14-14. Again, Randy Vasquez in this game going 4 2/3 innings, 3 earned runs given up on 5 hits, 77 pitches in this game for Randy. Padres did score a run in the second. They got one more in the third, but the Padres did not collect another hit in this game from the single by Gavin Sheets in the third until the end of the game. That was the last hit the Padres had today, the single by Gavin Sheets in the third. It continues to be a real offensive struggle for this ball club right now. And look, as we know, the injuries have a lot to do with it. But with that said, you got who you got. And the Padres have only scored 23 runs in their last 11 games. That is, just a hair above 2 runs per game. They're batting well below 200, in fact, below 150 with runners in scoring position last few series. So this has been a rough offensive stretch. Pitching has been good. It really has. It's not like the Padres are getting blown out. in these games, but the Padres have lost 4 in a row now. They have also lost 7 of their last 9 and 8 of their last 11. So we'll see if they can sort of reset things on the off day. It sounds like there's a possibility. Luis Arraez could be back on Tuesday when he's eligible to come off the IL. Jackson Merrill out there today taking BP, shacking fly balls, doing some running. So it appears he's making progress. We'll see what the status is of Jake Cronenworth, but man, getting Arraez back, getting Merrill back, that would be huge for this lineup right now. 2 key contributors the Padres are missing right now. Military Sunday on the Padres Radio Network is presented by your San Diego Toyota Dealers Association. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, no-cost maintenance standard, so you get peace of mind standard. Let's go downstairs here at Petco Park, and here's some post-game reaction.
Let's pull up a seat in the manager's office and hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt, served up by Sin Lee Food, where fresh meets flavor. Find farm fresh produce, bold Asian spices, and gourmet ingredients at 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. Sin Lee Food, the cook's Asian resource.
What was the challenge for Randy today?
Challenge? I mean, he actually threw the ball mostly fairly well. Little self-inflicted with the walk, the wild pitch, to a guy that can really, really run, and Simpson, who had a nice series, and was a disruptor. The walk, the bag, that hurt. So a homer to me, that's going to happen. Beyond that, Randy threw the ball pretty well.
Talked yesterday a little bit about the guys coming back from injury soon. Kind of how do you withstand it until they get back? And do you have any updates on any of those guys and where they might be?
Yeah, we're still taking temperature for all the guys. They're all progressing in a good manner. Won't announce any moves for Tuesday, but Jason, Hayward, and Louie are all both trending in a very good direction. So we'll evaluate their work today, see how they feel tomorrow, and make decisions on Tuesday. And Locke and Jackson and Crony are going to head out and get some work in Arizona, which is encouraging.
How do you assess the last 4 games compared to where this team was at the start of the season?
Excuse me. Wrong pipe. Well, sorry. You got me, Jeff. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's a lot to unpack, right? So it's not as easy as we made it look, and it's not as hard as it is now, right? There's somewhere in between. What I say the difference is, what I'll take, I got to be better more recently. Players are doing everything possible to be prepared, compete, play the game. They're giving everything they possibly have, and no one's making excuses. Anybody needs to be better. The last couple of games, it's me.
Sorry, in what way do you think you need to be better?
I don't know. Got to figure it out. That's my ultimate job.
What was your advantage on Tatis's throw, and how do you kind of put into words what he was able to do there, where his momentum is carrying him in that direction?
He made a throw yesterday or the day before at 103, and he turned and threw without any momentum. And today, similar throw, elite athlete, elite body control, to throw from that angle to get turned with that much accuracy and velocity. It's really it's something that I know we appreciate, but gosh darn, we're seeing things that, at least in my tenure in 40-something years, 50 getting close to, growing up in a clubhouse, I haven't seen a lot of. Seen a few baseball games. Pretty amazing. That was a heck of a play.
Not a second guess, but just curious your thoughts on the sacrifice bunt by Iglesias.
Yeah, you can second guess all you want, man. That's all right. That's one of the things that Whitey always said. It's what the game is. Makes one of the things that makes the game great. Listen, go either way. They got the lefty on Wade. Wade's been swinging the bat at that point. We love our bullpen. We move the guy 90 feet, have a chance to drive and run. We know Uset is going to come in, who's tough on righties for Diaz. But we're scratching and calling for runs, trying to look for any which way we can. Glacius swung the bat pretty well, but we took our shot to get 90 feet and give ourselves a chance to tie a ball game with a good bullpen.
And Coach, last night you talked a little bit about how you feel like the team kind of beat themselves last night. And I know it's game to game. Do you feel like that kind of happened today?
No, it didn't happen today. Listen, it's a good ball club. They got good pitching. No, outside the walk we talked about what's going to happen to an inopportune guy. No, not at all. And, listen, the sky's not falling. It's like I said, it's never as, bad as it appears. It may feel that way. I can tell you in this clubhouse, there's a difference between disappointment and like, oh no, we're disappointed. But I can tell you this with complete confidence. We're just fine. And this is part of a 162 game stretch. Things happen. Things don't go our way. We keep our head up, we move forward, and we'll be ready for Tuesday. I can promise you that.
Logan was placed in the IL. Is there any clarity on the severity of?
It's going to be a while. Yeah, the degree of strain still determined. Mild, moderate, obliques. It's going to be a while.
You guys at all let the injuries affect your outlook?
We don't make excuses on this team. We support the guys that are hurt, and we find a way to win baseball games. If you look back to the beginning of last year, look at our record relative to the rest of the league, including this year, I think you'd be pretty pleased that we've been able to do that regardless of circumstance. We'll continue to do that.
That was Padres manager Mike Shildt after this 4-2 defeat at the hands of the Tampa Bay Rays. Sam Levitt back with you inside the loft here at the Western Metal Building as we continue to wrap this one up. Few things to chew on there from Mike Shildt. Look, if you really want to be honest about it, the biggest piece of news that was said there, the biggest thing that was said there is the fact that sounds like, I think he said Merrill, Cronenworth, Hayward. I think he put Lockridge in that category. I got to go back and listen to it. I unfortunately didn't write it down when he said it. Are all going out to Arizona to start getting some work out there. To me, that indicates, and we'll see what the deal is with Cronenworth. I'm not, I didn't see him do as much today, but that doesn't mean he didn't. But that's really good news. That is really, really good news. Actually, it might have not been Hayward in that mix of guys going to Arizona. I've got to go back and listen to that. So pardon me. You may remember out there listening better than I do. But at least Merrill, we heard there, is going out to Arizona. We'll see what Arise and what Hayward's status is for Tuesday. But look, the good news, I guess, the silver lining of this weekend and of today on what's been a really rough weekend for the Padres is that it seems like guys are getting close to coming back, and the Padres really need them. They just do. They just really need them. Things have just totally fallen off offensively since these guys have gone on the IL. It's nobody's fault. Injuries happen, but it is, I don't want to say derailed what was such a hot start, but certainly it's gone the other direction now. And look, fortunately, if you want to look at it this way, the Padres banked a lot of wins in the first 2-3 weeks of the season. They're still 17-11. And to Mike's point, and there are going to be fans out there, you're going to hear me say this, and you're going to say, Sam, stop it, because you don't want to hear it after 4 consecutive losses and getting swept and how rough the offense has been. But to Mike's point, and I think it's a fair one, and we said it even when this team was sitting at 15-4, it is a long year, and typically there are a lot of twists and turns, and injuries are a part of that, and it has certainly played a major role in how rough this has been offensively as of late. Now, does that excuse the healthy guys, your stars, Manny and Xander and some guys at the top of the lineup? Fernando, again, had a hit, had a walk today. Does it excuse, lack of production from those guys? No, and those guys, would say that too. But it's a long, long year, and we're still in late April here. So hopefully these guys get back sooner rather than later, and the Padres can kind of get back on track here, because we saw when they're healthy at the start of the year offensively, they were great, and they looked exactly how you wanted them to look, and they looked exactly how they looked last year. So you hope that what we're seeing is just a symptom of the injuries right now, and really nothing more than that. To get into some specifics of what Mike talked about there, I thought there was an interesting question about the strategy in the seventh inning. Padres trailed 3-2 at that point in the seventh inning. Leadoff walk to the pinch hitter, Connor Joe. Jose Iglesias lays down a sac bunt. That's what the question was about. Iglesias laying down a bunt to get that tying run to second. Gave the pinch hitter Diaz an opportunity to drive to the run. They could not. They both struck out, and that would end up being the best opportunity the Padres had to tie this game. I didn't mind the strategy. I mean, look, this team has been so hard-pressed for runs as of late. I didn't mind. Tyler Wade's been pretty good, giving a couple of guys an opportunity to collect a base hit and tie this game rather than play for a bigger inning. I mean, the Padres just aren't having big innings right now at all. So I understood the strategy. I really did. It didn't work out. Wade and Diaz struck out, and then the Rays would eventually get an insurance run in the top of the ninth inning to make it 4-2, and they win by that final score. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll get into our daily awards. We will take your phone calls if you want to get them in at 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Phone number to call if you want to get involved. Full look at the out-of-town scoreboard and more to come as the Padres fall on this Sunday in downtown San Diego. Our post-game coverage continues after this. Our Jamul Casino Resort Padres post-game show continues here on the Padres Radio Network. Sam Levitt with you inside the loft here at the Western Metal Building at Petco Park as we continue to wrap this one up. Rays win it 4-2 against the Padres. Rays have won 5 in a row. Padres have now lost 4 consecutive games. Padres dropped to 17-11 on the season. Rays improved to 14-14. If you want to get a phone call in, 833-288-0973. Phone number to call, 833 973-288-0973 if you want to chime in about today's game. You can also do that on social media. You can find me on X at Sammy Lev, SAMMYLEV. You can also DM me on Instagram, Sammy Lev there too, SAMMYLEV. If you want to comment on the 97.3 The Fan YouTube stream, you can also participate that way and may just read your comment live here on the air as we continue to react and recap the finale of this 3-game set. Remember, the Padres are off tomorrow. They will start a mini 2-game series against Bob Melvin and the San Francisco Giants on Tuesday to wrap up this quick 5-game homestand. Once again, from a bullpen perspective, Padres had a lot of good relief work once again today. Let's tell you about our relief pitcher of the game.
Which pitcher entered the game and slammed the door shut? This is today's relief pitcher of the game, presented by David P. Shapiro Criminal Defense Attorneys. When your freedom and future are on the line, you need the best arm in the pen. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Our relief pitcher of the game today, we'll give it to Adrian Morejon, who did a nice job, came in the 5th inning with a couple of runners on, got out of the 5th inning with no more runs given up, kept it a 3-2 game, then came back out for the 6th inning, pitched the scoreless frame. So all in all today for Adrian Morejon, inning and a third scoreless, very efficient, 14 pitches as well. And he was the start of what was another great day for the Padres bullpen. 4 innings and a third combined scoreless between Morejon, Estrada, Adam, and Suarez. And look, if you want to point out a silver lining, I guess, from the last 10, 11 games, I would say it is that the bullpen continues to be great. I mean, they really have not been a part of this as far as the record as of late for the Padres. They just have not. They've been great. You look at this series alone, scoreless today, or excuse me, let me rewind here. My mistake. Robert Suarez did give up a run in the 9th inning. So it was actually 4 innings and a third, 1 run given up. So my mistake. 4 innings and a third, 1 run given up. The point being, though, even with Robert Suarez giving up a run, look, these games have been close. The Padres are not getting blown out in these games. They're not. And a big part of that is the fact that the Padres bullpen just maintains deficits where they are for the most part. Look at this series. 4 innings and a third, 1 run given up today. Yesterday, they were great. It was, let's see here. It was 1 unearned run given up in 4 innings and 2/3 yesterday. Yeah, 4 innings, 4 2/3 innings, 1 unearned run given up, and then they were scoreless in that 1-0 game on Friday. I mean, so look, the bullpen continues to be great. It is one silver lining of what's been going on lately. They've shown really no signs of slowing down at all. It continues to be a very deep and talented bullpen and effective bullpen. So look, that's a good part of it. And Morejon really shined today, inning and a third scoreless for the Padres out of the pen. And you can look at the close games in 2 ways, right? You can look at it as sort of a silver lining that they're not getting blown out in these games. The other way to look at it is that they're really winnable, and the Padres just aren't generating enough offense right now to even win very low-scoring games. So depends how you want to look at it. You could look at it glass half full, glass half empty. I'll leave that up to you, but I do think it's a little frustrating because these games have been winnable. You look at the final scores lately: 4-2, Rays win it; 4-1, Rays win it; 1-0, Rays win it. You know, the 6-0 game to end the series in Detroit, a little bit different, but you look at the Monday game in Detroit, 6-4. Padres lost by 2. Very low-scoring series in Houston. Padres lost the 3-2 game. They lost a 6-4 game. So, again, depends what perspective you want to have on it, but these have been mostly winnable games, and a lot of that due to the Padres bullpen. Let's hear today's catch of the game.
Which defensive play had the biggest impact on today's game?
He is at the wall, leaps up, and he makes the catch.
This is the catch of the game.
Gonna hang a star for Jackson Merrill.
Reeled in by Anthony's Fish Grotto La Mesa, celebrating 80 years of seafood excellence.
Jeremiah ready. The pitch is swung on, line sharply into right field. Fernando in and towards the line. On the run, he makes the catch. Tagging at third base, Caballero. The throw to the plate, the tag. He is out at home. What a play by Fernando. Came charging in to catch the line drive. and then threw home to get Caballero and end the inning.
Even in a loss, that is our catch of the game. Great play by Fernando Tatis Jr. He was moving towards the foul line, caught the baseball, threw home, an absolute rocket to home plate. And a huge play at that time in the game, kept it a one-run affair. Padres could not score that one run, or in the ninth inning, 2 runs to ultimately tie this game and make it more interesting. But hey, Fernando made a great play. That was a terrific defensive play. So even in defeat, Fernando's outfield assist is our catch of the game. A 9-2 double play. And Fernando showing great defense. And look, even for Fernando, you look at this series, again, Padres are not generating much offense, but I have a really hard time putting it on Fernando. Friday, 2 hits. Yesterday, 2 hits and an RBI. He was on twice today. Runs scored as well. So he continues to be pretty productive at the top of the lineup. He's not, hitting home runs per se. But, of all the guys right now, Fernando continues to do things to help you win games, including that catch of the game. Let's step aside. When we come back, full look at the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll also have our play of the game and wrap things up, get you ready for Tuesday's game against the Giants. Phone number, if you want to get involved, 833-288-0973. We'll step aside, come back after this on our Jamul Casino Resort postgame show on the Padres Radio Network.
Injury soon. Kind of how do you withstand it until they get back? And do you have any updates on any of those guys?
Yeah, we're still taking temperature for a lot of guys. They're all.
Our Jamul Casino Resort post-game show continues here on the Padres Radio Network. Sam Levitt with you inside the loft here at the Western Metal Building at Petco Park as we continue to wrap this one up. Final score, Rays 4 and the Padres 2 on this Sunday. Padres are now 17-11 on the year. Rays improved to 14-14. We'll tell you what's going on Tuesday after the off day. Preview Tuesday's game against the San Francisco Giants in just a little bit. We'll also have our play of the game. But first, let's take a full look at the out-of-town scoreboard.
Let's take a trip around the bigs to highlight the scores that matter most with our out-of-town scoreboard. Presented by Jensen Premium Beef Patties. Always a hit for grilling.
We take a full look at the out-of-town scoreboard on this Sunday. Mostly everything has gone final in the major leagues already today. Give me a moment here, everybody. Internet is interneting, and the scoreboard. Oh, there we go. All right. Laptop's cooperating. Okay, here we go. Out-of-town scoreboard on this Sunday. Hey, it's a one-man show. Sometimes we have technical difficulties. Dodgers beating the Pirates earlier today, 9-2. Andy Pages a home run in that one for LA. Mariners beat the Marlins 7-6 in Seattle. JP Crawford a home run in that game for the M's. Diamondbacks beat the Braves 6-4 in Arizona. Geraldo Perdomo hit a home run in that game for Arizona. A's beat the White Sox in 10-3-2. Luis Urias, former Padre, walk-off home run in that game for the A's. Giants beat the Rangers 3-2 in San Francisco. Elliot Ramos walked it off with a Little League home run. So what a win for the Giants as they now come to San Diego. They continue to play very, very well. The Giants now 19-10 on the year. And it was kind of a crazy play. Ramos reaching on an infield single. And then a throwing error ultimately by the first baseman, Jake Berger, for the Rangers, allowed Ramos to come all the way around to score a Little League home run as the Giants win it. Messy ending for the Rangers. Reds beat the Rockies 8-1 in Colorado. Brewers beat the Cardinals 7-1 in St. Louis. Astros beat the Royals in Kansas City 7-3. Red Sox beat the Guardians 13-3 in Cleveland. Twins blank the Angels 5-0 in Minnesota. Tigers beat the Orioles 7-0 in Detroit. Game one of a doubleheader between the Yankees and Blue Jays. The Yankees won 11-2. Game two of that twin billing going on right now in the Bronx. The Yankees leading again 4-1. Also, one more final to tell you about. Nationals beat the Mets 8-7. They walked it off in the bottom half of the ninth inning. The Mets had a big lead in that game. Nationals came back to win it. And one other game going on right now, Phillies and the Cubs in Chicago, middle of the second, no score at Wrigley Field. And that is a full look at the out-of-town scoreboard on this Sunday. Final score here in San Diego, Rays 4, Padres 2. Let's hear today's play of the game.
The line between winning and losing can be razor thin. Which play was the difference between victory and defeat? This is today's play of the game, presented by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Randy is ready. The pitch coming and outside. Gets away from Maldonado. Simpson will race home and score. Lyle goes up to second base behind the play. And on a ball that Maldonado could not handle, the Rays go back in front 3-2.
Our play of the game, not typical for us. Wild pitch, but again, and if you've listened to the post game the last handful of days, look, some of these games you just got to go with. And look, it doesn't give me any pleasure to be handing out plays of the game to the opposition this often, but sometimes you're kind of in one of those stretches. We've seen it before. And, well, here today, it's got to be the wild pitch. I mean, that gave the Rays a 3-2 lead. They would get one more run in the ninth inning to make it 4-2, and that was it. I mean, that wild pitch was the winning run of this game, uncorked by Randy Vasquez. And that was our play of the game, the wild pitch that brought in Chandler Simpson in the fifth inning. Speaking of Chandler Simpson, by the way, he is a very, very exciting young player. Came up in the last couple of weeks from the minor leagues. He can absolutely fly. He's hitting 400 in the early part of his career. He had a big impact on this series. Had a big day today. 3 hits and a walk. He scored 2 runs. He stole a key base in the third. Scored on that wild pitch in the fifth inning. RBI single in the ninth inning for the insurance run to make it 4-2. He is a very, very exciting young player, Chandler Simpson, and he can absolutely fly. So credit to him. Had a big impact on this series and what was a 3-game sweep for the Tampa Bay Rays. All right, before we get you ready for tomorrow, I just want to go back and recap what Mike Shildt had to say about the guys on the IL right now because it is significant. I told you in the pregame today, we mentioned it postgame as well. Good sights here at Petco Park today. Luis Arraez out on the field, hitting, running, working at first base. Jackson Merrill, same thing, hitting, doing some running, working in the outfield. Jason Hayward hitting, running. Jake Cronenworth, I don't know if Jake hit. He probably did, if I'm guessing, but I didn't see it, so I won't say I saw it. But he did some running that I saw. And again, the update from Mike Shildt, really two different items here. Number one, they will assess Luis Arraez and Jason Hayward for Tuesday. And we'll see. There's a chance I would guess that those guys, could be activated on Tuesday. We'll see what happens with that. But the good news is they were doing plenty of baseball activity today. So that would be great news if the Padres get those guys back in the very near future here. Brandon Lockridge, Jackson Merrill, Jake Cronenworth, they are going to Arizona to get work in there. So that's a positive step with their progress as well. So even though this has been rough, it's been a rough week and a half or so. Offensively, it's been really rough. The good news to take away out of this weekend is that it seems like we're getting pretty close to guys starting to come back. Would probably be Arraez, Hayward first. And again, Merrill, Cronenworth, Lockridge, they are heading to Arizona to get work in there. And I would assume without knowing, that's to get, real at-bats over there in Arizona, get more work in and some more consistent at-bats. Remember, the Padres are off tomorrow, and you have limited at-bats you can get here if you're, here in San Diego, unless you're going to bring guys in to throw. So they'll get work there, and hopefully that is a sign of those guys being pretty close to returning, which obviously, beyond anything would be terrific news for this team. All right, taking a look ahead to Tuesday's game against the San Francisco Giants. Remember, the Padres are off tomorrow, and then they begin a mini 2-game series against the Giants on Tuesday, day game on Wednesday, and then it is on the road after an off day Thursday. The Padres beginning a road trip after that. But Tuesday, between the Padres and the Giants, first pitch at 6:40 on Tuesday. Our Eco Water SoCal Padres pregame show will begin at 5:40. Right-hander Nick Pivetta on the mound for the Padres. Right-hander Logan Webb on the mound for the Giants. So, hey, doesn't get much easier for the Padres. They got to face Logan Webb on Tuesday, but hey, they've got a guy who's been pretty darn good as well, Nick Pivetta, on the mound for San Diego. As always, if you missed any portion of our post-game coverage, you can go back and listen to all of it on the Inside San Diego Baseball podcast. You can find it on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your podcasts. And you can also go back on the 97.3 The Fan YouTube channel and watch any portion of our post-game coverage there as well. Looking at the final totals here today for the Tampa Bay Rays. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left on 7. For the San Diego Padres, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left on 4. Zach Littell, the winner. He's now 1-5. Randy Vasquez, the losing pitcher. He is 1-3. And the save goes to Pete Fairbanks, his 6th of the season. Time of game, 2 hours and 31 minutes. And credit to the fans here. Another great crowd at Petco Park. The 14th sellout of 2025. 42,221. Once again, first pitch on Tuesday at 6:40. Pre-game coverage begins at 5:40. Until then, for our great studio coordinator, Bobby Sharton, I'm Sam Levitt saying so long from Petco Park. Again, the final score here today, the Tampa Bay Rays 4 and the San Diego Padres 2. We'll talk to you on Tuesday from Petco Park. Enjoy the off day. Ben and Woods will talk to you tomorrow at 6 a.m. right here on 97.3 The Fan and the Padres Radio Network.